Hi guys, my name's Niamh and these are our 7 white-faced whistling ducks. So you might have seen these guys before if you've been to our shows. Probably been more at a distance though, because what they do is they do fly around up above your head. So hopefully today you'll get a bit of a better look at them and get to know them a little bit better. So they do look very, very similar. They do all have names though, and we can tell them all apart because of their rings on their legs. So I'll introduce you to them first, but what we'll do in this video is we'll show you a day in the life of our ducks. So we've got Peacock, who's just this one here on my left, and then we also have, I can't see who that is, Miss White, and then we've got Plum, Scarlet, Reverend Green, Mustard, and who's the last one? Body as well. So they get the name white-faced whistling ducks because they have a white face, but they do also make a whistling sound rather than a quack. So most people do think of that quacking sound for ducks, but these guys make a high 3-pitched whistle to communicate with each other as well. Though like most ducks, they are very, very good at swimming, but they're equally good on land and also up in the sky as well. So how we're going to start off our morning is we're going to go and weigh them, and then we'll give them some breakfast, and we're also going to take them out for some exercise as well. Even though we're not doing our shows at the moment, we do need to keep their fitness up, so we'll just go and get going. So we're just about to weigh these guys. So what we do is we ask them to step up onto here, which is the scale, and then we have our little reader just here, which tells us how much they weigh. Now sometimes they do get a bit excited about it and we'll have 2 or 3 on at a time, but we do need to make sure that there is only one, so that we get individual weights, so then we can monitor them as they go on. And also that way, if anyone does start to drop weight, or if they start to gain too much weight, it might indicate something's happening with them, and we can start to look into it as to why. And also because these guys do fly, it helps to make sure that they are a flying weight and they're not gonna get too fat to fly. So this is Peacock, so you can tell Peacock because of her blue ring. So after we finish weighing, what we're going to do is give them some breakfast to start the morning off, and then we'll crate them and take them up to fly, which we'll show you. However, I will just start writing down because I can't record and do their weights at the same time, so I will see you guys in just a second. So now that the ducks are crated, it's time to get them down to the arena. Just like with people really, exercising our birds plays a massive role in their overall health and welfare, for a few different reasons, but many very similar to why a person would exercise. So it helps to decrease their body fat, increases muscle mass, keeps their cholesterol nice and low, and also releases endorphins as well, so that's the feel-good hormone. So really getting ducks down there to exercise as much as we can is one of those important ways that we can keep our birds happy and healthy. So we'll see you guys down there. So what I'm going to do now is just talk you through some of the training that we do when we're at the arena. So I'll just talk you through what we're looking for from our ducks and some of the techniques that we use as well. So one of the main techniques that we use is called positive reinforcement, and this is basically when we reward them with something which is valuable to them, and that means that the likelihood of that behaviour happening again is increased. So basically, if the ducks were to go and do something amazing, so at the moment they're looking really, really good, flying nice and close together, nice and high as well, then what we'll do is we'll reward that behaviour with some mealworms, because our ducks find mealworms irresistible. So then they remember that by flying nice and closely together, flying nice and high, that gets them that reward that they're asking for. So then they're more likely to do it again tomorrow to get the same reinforcement. So what we're looking for does depend on the weather sometimes. So if it's a bit windy or if it's really hot, we won't ask as much from them, just because it's not really fair to ask as much as a day that's ideal. So what I've done now is I've just gone in and knelt down with a shaker, which just making a lot of noise with it. So that just tells our ducks that they've done a good job. Well done, come and get your reward now. So I do also have a bowl of mealworms there, so when they do come down. Now, it is a little bit gusty on this day, so I'm not blaming them for not coming in straight away, but you can see that they are slowly making their way in. So now that they've come into land, they're going to be getting plenty of mealworms. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is where these guys come from. So out in the wild, they can be found in South America and also over a large portion of Africa as well. There are over 120 different species of duck, and they can be found worldwide, with the exception of Antarctica. Now, luckily for our white-faced whistling ducks, they are actually classified as least concern, which means there are plenty of them out in the wild. Now, unfortunately, that's not the case for many species. So at the moment, we're losing between 200 and 2,000 species a year. So those animals are extinct, and species which we will never be able to get back. And one species can actually support a whole ecosystem. ZSL are here to help and support those ecosystems, and by donating any amount, you'll be enabling us to continue supporting for years to come. If you've already donated, thank you again from all of us here at ZSL.